Hafide, welcome to the Laddie Esports League. It is week 6 actually. Uh, week 6 of the regular season for the Varsity Series of League of Legends. I'm Kinsanity. We have administrator and art pulse here in the commentary booth, and we're just waiting for our first game to begin. It is between the Simon Sanchez Sharks versus the FD Flakers. Last week we did 2 recreational games. Today we are going to go ahead and do 2 educational scholastic games. We are just waiting for the lobby to fill right now. Guys, how you guys doing?
Um, I'm awake. I am my waking up voice is getting ready. So I'm still excited to see what is gonna happen within this game. So pretty much I'm ready, man. I'm ready for this to see what's the games to come. How about you, Admin?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how this is gonna play out. We just saw FD Flakers over on the UOG Triton Esports channel play against UOG, and it was quite a good showing. So, well, I know they're a very strong team, and their tempo play is really good. And on the other hand, we have Sanchez, which is a little bit of a newer team, but they've been developing their lineup since we last saw them. So hopefully they'll also come out with a strong game and maybe be able to manage the level of aggression that FD Flakers has shown throughout the weeks.
Yeah, right now when we take a look at the records for the educational teams, you can see that FD Flakers is sitting at 3rd place right now with a record of 3 wins, 1 loss. That loss coming to the hands of MHS Leonautics, which we're going to see a little bit later today. And the Sharks sitting at 6th place right now. Here we go. Great. Go straight into the draft phase.
All right. So once again, we are up against it is the FD Flakers versus Simon Sanchez. Definitely a matchup we have not really seen yet, and also we have not seen much of the FD Flakers. I think this is I believe either the second or maybe third game. I don't know if for both teams technically. So it'll be a sight to see. I know Admin has mentioned that FD Flakers is quite a strong team, and Simon Sanchez is still developing their skill. So I really am looking forward to seeing how Simon Sanchez may perform, because we did have there are we do this quite weekly. That gives some time to learn some new tactics. So hopefully Simon Sanchez can surprise us this week.
And as Admin had said before, Sanchez is a very new team to the game in general. So the learning curve is quite a bit more difficult for them, as they're relatively new to the game. But at least the one takeaway from Sanchez is that they only have these 5 players, so it's the same lineup every week, as opposed to FD Flakers, who they have Skyla. I believe she's a support player, and I don't know who she's subbing. Oh, she's subbing in today for Vodka Zingo. But the rest of the names pretty familiar. Ocean Can, he's the top laner. Jomei Can Grill, who's Jomei Can't Grill, is their mid laner. Spicy and the Soft Cookie. I believe the Soft Cookie is the jungler. Right? So.
Yeah, and Spicy's their ADC.
Yep.
Oh,
all right.
Vodka Zinko is in the hospital, so our prayers go out to him. Hope you're feeling better, bro. You really are in there, that sucks, man. Oh, it's a flu shot.
It's a flu shot.
It's a flu shot.
There you go.
He was like, yeah, man, I'm in the hospital,
had,
man. Win or die. Win for me or die.
Win for me or die.
It's the flu shot.
Pretty strong bot lane draft right away from the side of Sanchez. I do like to see the Nautilus gen. It's a very simple and aggressive bot lane, which I think would fit newer players and even professional players. You would see a lot of Nautilus being picked and Jhin being picked. They're both very meta champions, so I do agree with both. Unfortunately, or fortunately for FD Flakers, they picked up Morgana, which is a hard counter to all hook champs. And looks like they're gonna also pick up the Kaisa here. So they're going for
One
a
thing
little
that
bit.
Go ahead.
Hmm?
Sorry.
That's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. The one thing that I was like quite interested in is because they were actually hovering Caitlyn, which the Caitlyn Morgana duo is quite typical to see in the bot lane. However, and they also were hovering over. I saw Jomi hovering over Yasuo. I'm probably deciding whether or not he should be picking for his bot lane. I mean, Syndra is still out on the field, so that means that it was more than likely that Jome may have gone Syndra to begin with, just to kind of like fake the Yasuo bot lane. So, uh, definitely seeing already those lanes being picked for both teams, seeing both the bot lane and the mid lane currently, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, Syndra and Morgana can go to either lane. Because I've seen
True.
Syndra support, and Morgana mid's actually very strong right now. So it's very likely that Skyla will be on Morgana and Jomi will pick up the Syndra here. Sanchez actually picked up Yasuo, which is interesting. I guess you get the guaranteed knockup from Nautilus's R, and you could combo Last Breath with that.
I smell fear.
Right. The thing that's quite difficult with that is just, I guess, timing it right. At least having the communication, and being within range to be prepared for the Nautilus ulti.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one thing that Simon Sanchez will need to really communicate to each other, so that they can ensure that sort of wombo combo. But also, it's looking like now Yasuo has more than enough, utility in order to, combo setup for him to actually proc off that last breath, because we do have the shockwave from Orianna, and then we have Nautilus's ultimate available on the side of Simon Sanchez. So I'm really liking the comp, but I mean, it's going to be quite interesting to see Yasuo top, because I don't think we've yet to see that on the side of Simon Sanchez for what we've experienced with them.
Yeah, the age-old meme of you picked Yasuo in a ranked game. It might be incoming soon, but 10 death power spike, Yasuo will become a champion.
Relevant.
So it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter how hard he feeds, he just becomes relevant. So if they're able to keep the game open that long, or maybe this guy practiced a lot of Yasuo, then it will be all right. I'd like to also mention that there were 6 jungle bans in this game. So
Holy
both
cow.
teams kind of locking junglers out, which is pretty interesting.
It is, because the thing is, like, the last pick for Simon Sanchez was their jungler. So I mean, they did pick up the Jax. Jax definitely can I believe it's either going on hit or off tanked or Divine Sunder, or even Trinity Force. I feel like there's a lot of variations for what Jax can go with, especially when it comes to jungle, since they made those jungle changes in preseason. So
Is he a
but
much
up
better
against-
jungler now than he is a top laner?
I think he's better at top personally. However, he has
Yeah.
jungle potential, so he's one of those flex picks that can go either. But at top lane, he gets more income, so I
Yes.
think it's better for him at top.
So
Yes, I
we
agree,
talked a
very
little bit
true.
about FD Flakers, and you take a look at Jome Onodera, one of the standout players for the squad. We've seen him play mid. He's a pretty excellent player, and we're about to get that game started in the next 3 minutes or so.
It looks like FD Flickers has actually changed up their role assignments today.
Oh, that's
Or
true.
Yeah, Spicy is jungle, Soft Cookie is top, Jomi is ADC, Ocean Can is support, and Skyla is mid. So they kind of mixed it up on us. Like, I wasn't expecting this at all.
Right. I was kind of like questioning, because we have seen Spicy quite frequently, as ADC, but since we're doing a draft switch, right? And actually, the one thing I also see too is Ocean Can going as it could either be mid or support, because I know Skyla also has also switched to has stayed with the Syndra pick, so she can either go flex it in mid or as support. we're still quite unfamiliar. Maybe it's probably because of Skyla. I like to say, just because I know that their typical lineup does have Vodka Zingo, in their original roster. So maybe this may have caused this quite dynamic shift within their team. So it'll be a sight to see because this is definitely nearly everybody playing off roll.
Yeah, that they really shuffled it up this time around.
How about on the right side? I mean, or on the red side? Like that's pretty clear cut, right? We know what the lanes are gonna look like.
Last I left them, I do believe that was the lineup where CS was the support, Mabzen was their ADC, Mark was their top laner, JB was their mid laner, and Tabs was their jungler. So they finally locked in their roles, which is good to see because that's more like cohesion and uniformity. Yeah, so hopefully they're gonna pop off this game, and they also play very aggressively from what I noticed back when I was coaching them, when I was formerly coaching them. I noticed that they converge on you like swarm of piranhas. So their communication is like top tier, and they come from Mobile Legends, so they do have an understanding of how MOBA games work. They felt like Dabs was their best jungle player at the time when I was watching them play. So
Speaking of
it was
popped
good.
off, you know who popped off? Collab Koalas last week. As we take a look at the top 3 plays from last week's set of games. Remember, guys, you can take clips from tonight's action or today's action, send them into our Discord channel, and you could win free case of Monster Energy, courtesy of Monster Energy, one of our many sponsors, as well as Guam Windward Memorial, Heavy Hitters, Goodwood Custom Workshop, and Coffee Slut. So congratulations to Aurora, who sent in like 500 Collab Koala clips last week that we had to sift through. Thank you for that. And yeah, we'll see what kind of highlights we get this week.
I mean, if he didn't win that Monster Energy, I'm just gonna be really surprised if he didn't win anything, man. Because 500 clips to sift through, that guy might he deserves a trophy.
He's a genius. The odds are in his favor because he's turned in the most clips.
Also for today, after this game at 10:30 is the OHS versus MHS Saipan versus Okudu, and at 2 p.m. So not at 11 a.m. we'll finally get the THS, the Tizen High Ronin versus UOG, and that will be on the Triton Esports channel. Be sure to check that out at 2 p.m. this afternoon.
Only gonna be interesting because we have never seen THS Ronin ever perform, so be sure to check it out on the UOG Triton Esports channel when they do face off against THS Ronin. But gonna be going back a little bit into the game for just the loading screen. The one thing I found quite interesting is seeing Yasuo top without any flash. We have a Yasuo top with teleport and ignite up against Camille, who has grasp, and unless he's really skilled with Yasuo. I don't know how Mark plays with his Yasuo, but that it does show that it's a very aggressive lane, or it's a kill lane. But up against Camille, who has also a lot of ways to escape, it may prove to be quite difficult for Mark to get off a kill.
I'm also surprised he went Fleet Footwork instead of Conqueror.
Right.
So he's going this very aggressive ignite teleport summoner skill set, but he's taking Fleet Footwork, which is more like a survivability kind of staying alive in lane setup. I'm kind of confused because if you want to all in, you want to go Conquer on Yasuo. You don't want to go Fleet Footwork. Fleet Footwork is for surviving a hard lane, whereas Conquer is for continuing long fights, long drawn-out fights, and taking those trades. So we'll just have to see how it gets played out.
Very true. Very true. So looking at it right now, I mean, everybody else seems quite typical. Gonna be seeing once again my favorite champion, Jin. Rest in peace before the nerfs hit him for the lethality nerfs. So it's maybe one of the last few times that I see him actually being able to pop off. But it also depends on every person's individual skill. So
Jim will always be relevant. He was played for utility a lot back in season 10, so he still has that long range utility. You know, he'll always
True,
be
true.
useful. So don't worry about it. He has execute on his R. He has execute on his fourth shot. He'll always be a relevant ADC in my opinion.
I just want to make sure that the collector still stays relevant for him. But then, you know, I
They're
did
nerfing
notice
that.
that I know they're nerfing it. I'm like, oh no.
It's too
Oh,
good.
it
Okay,
is.
so
It is.
standard 5-point
Mhm.
on the side of Sanchez here. Looks like FD is a little less concerned.
Yeah.
They're, Jomi's in lane, Camila's in lane. They're just randomly pinging things on the map.
Yeah, I noticed. I was like, okay, looks like they just want to cause a little bit of mayhem just to wake us up. Thank you for the alarm. And now we're gonna be getting started right now. We're probably gonna be getting started in the next like few seconds. Pretty much doing a standard, you know, leash for their junglers, and they're all both on the bot side. So the one thing I'm gonna be looking out for is spicy, because you know we do see with Zinzao the level 2 cheese, but looks like he's just probably gonna be pathing towards his probably gonna be a buff Gromp from what I'm expecting.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think there might be any cheese right now. Maybe until he reaches like level 3, because I see Mark over here kind of overextending, so that may be the setup that the soft cookie may need for a gank.
The soft cookie took hook shot first.
Yeah, I saw that too. He took E first, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
I'd like to see what
in
happens.
the bot lane
Okay.
though.
Level
That's
2 pump.
probably gone. Up, there we go. There's a flash, and
Yep.
easy clap, baby.
Level 2 power spike. Definitely something you gotta watch out for against.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
I
it
actually
almost
thought he
a
got
double kill.
I thought he got the, I actually thought that CS got the auto off to proc the passive onto, Jomei, so I thought he was gonna be actually stuck there to take third shots, but I guess that he actually autoed Ocean can. And there it is, there's the gank that I was talking about in the top lane. You don't have flash, you shouldn't be pushing up, you didn't even ward. So,
Yep. That'll happen to you. It's really interesting that he didn't pick up flash, but unfortunately, yeah, it makes you very susceptible to ganks. Top lane is a very long lane. Oh, he's gonna do the super top Shinshin teleport back into the top lane. He's gonna use his ignite right away as a soft cookie at half health.
right.
Yeah, that just happened. So.
Oh, and then also JV going down in the mid lane as well to a solo kill. Bodies be dropping early on in this game. Soft Cookie actually missing their hook shot. This may be a chance for Mark to actually get a kill. I don't know. He has to land his thing.
However, Spicy splashes in immediately and does the Halo Blade Zinja combo.
Right, and then
Which
we
is
also have
literally
Dabs over
rescue.
here in the bush. He's gonna be fighting, but then look, that's not gonna be enough. Dab's gonna be flashing out. That's actually not bad of a flash. So.
I mean, it was a 1v2 with the wave crashing and he had the flash. I don't think it was an optimal play, but he will be able to collect this top lane farm, which is kind of nice for him. Yeah, he could probably get in the game, or get back in the game by collecting some of this CS. Mark coming back up to collect the rest of the farm.
Right, and this is it's really already not looking too good on the side of Simon Sanchez. I mean, we do have CS kind of going around. Already bought a pink ward, ready to set up for a dragon who is not yet even up yet. I'm even more awake than Dragon at this time, so interesting right there.
I'm sure it's just a vision of Middle River, just to control that, make sure Zinja doesn't come strolling through, and keep the lanes a little bit safer. It's understandable.
Very true, very true. Actually, also right now in the mid,
Yeah, talking about middle lane.
River. Yeah, we're talking about mid lane. Looks like JV kind of just hovering around, but you know you're gonna get collapsed on. So I'm glad that he actually made the decision to just leave. So, but they technically have Prio right now. They might even be doing Dragon. Yep, they will, because they do have the Prio in bot lane and also a little bit in the mid lane, but you know, all of their members are there, so it really doesn't matter. They can't really do much about that one.
Oh, Mabzen trying to steal it with the W. Deadly Flourish. But that was a good effort, but they had no vision on it, so they weren't too sure what was going on there.
Right, and then also Mark going down to 10% health. This is already a bloodbath that it's soon to become a massacre. My god. Hopefully, you know, they realize that, you know, at this time they shouldn't be fighting. They should be just going for whatever mistakes that FD Flakers could possibly make.
I mean, they are playing very cocky, so they're bound to make mistakes when you play like that, right? So
yeah.
if they're able to capitalize on these mistakes, you know, they're all spamming emotes and randomly pinging. It's only a matter of time before someone just missteps. So they do need to scale up. Sanchez has a scale-heavy team, so you know, with the Jax and the Yasuo and Orianna, it's only a matter of time before they become strong enough to like actually be useful and like contribute to team fights a lot more. Because at the moment they're still in their baby stages where they're basically not a champion, but eventually they will hit their item spikes and become strong. And that's what they have to wait for. They have to play more patiently than FD Flakers here, who have decently powerful mid to early game champions with the Zinjao pick and Morgana.
I agree. And it's quite interesting because Mark isn't. I don't think he's doing half bad on Yasuo, but it's just more so that, you know, not necessarily respecting the, you know, the lack of vision that he has in the river to prevent himself from getting ganked, and also like, that he doesn't have flash. But you know, he's been able to somewhat handle Camille on his own, like 1v1, but he still does not have his ultimate, so I don't think it's quite advisable that he goes for this fight at this time. Oh,
Camille's got pop. Skylar just pops JV using the outplay button located on her keyboard.
Right.
Did press the R key really hard and insta killed JV.
Oh, this might be interesting. Dabs? No, Dabs is fine. Dabs is completely fine. The one thing that was also interesting to see was that Dabs was actually invading and trying to get some of Spicy's jungle camps. However, you know, he did get caught out by Spicy himself by being in that area. Definitely helps to learn some pathing, and kind of keep track to know where people are on the map.
Yeah, jungle tracking is super important. He has a decent like understanding of how to do that. I think it's just you know, it comes down. Jungle's a lot of experience, and you gotta have, you know, building that experience along the way will help him understand and get better at that. I'm really interested to see how bot lane matchup is gonna go, because they've only misstepped. Mabzen and CS have only misstepped like once so far with the early game death, and since then they have staunched the bleeding and stopped dying. So they're steadily being allowed to get into the game here as they're, you know, picking up some of the CS, and they're not getting ganked as hard as the other lanes are by Spicy.
Right. Oh, and JV kind of like getting a little bit under health at this time.
He's in the danger zone already. Syndra can one-shot you for that.
Oh, maybe I'll play a top lane? No? Still alive. Still alive.
Ignite?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this might be quite dangerous. He can just go for the hook shot, and there it is. That's what I was assuming.
The soft cookie with a 20% survival. Mark getting a little too greedy for that kill. Cooldowns come back up, and it was inevitable.
True. I was gonna say it would have helped to have the flash open, but then again, the ignite did bring him that low. And then there is the flash ultimate from Skyla in the mid lane. It really just didn't matter.
Oh, the outplay punch. Oh, Mark with the teleport to the bot lane. Gonna throw the wing wall up in front of Morgana.
Oh, and then there's the ultimate.
He didn't press R. Oh, he pressed R on Jomi.
He did press R. Jome, but he does have all those summoner skills up and available. Oh, and then there's a curtain call. Ocean Can out of range, not gonna be able to get that final snipe from Mavzen. Ooh. It was actually not. It was actually
unfortunate.
close.
It was pretty close. Like, I feel like they could have just taken, you know, like just get what they can and kill Ocean Can, who got caught by the Nautilus R. He got hit by the death charge, but instead, Mark went to kill Jomi, which, you know, I mean, Jomi was forced to use his summoners, but instead of going for the guaranteed 300 gold, they tried to get both. It was a bit greedy, and right now beggars can't be choosers, so I think it was a bit of an inoptimal play there by the side of Sanchez. Definitely could have played it more carefully.
Yes, I agree there. That could have been something. That could have been a turnaround. Actually, here's a gank over here. There is Dabs actually gonna be missing the helicopter, and gonna actually just get hit by Mark's Q to just kind of stop him from re-engaging. However, it's kind of feisty right here. Dab's just kind of hovering around, just to make sure that I guess Mark is safe, or just to prevent.
Yeah, it's like a get out.
Yeah.
It's lane
Putting some
pressure for
there.
CS. Mamsen,
Oh,
you're
and-
gonna get caught by the snare here, and in comes Jomi's gonna just turbocharge in there, right? Yeah.
Wait, you can auto him.
ZS needs
Auto
to
him.
turn around and
Auto
do
him.
something.
Auto
Alright,
him, please.
the
I
W.
was like, auto him, please, save your buddy.
Yeah.
And JV going down the skyline, also in the river.
It's looking like a bit of a shutout over here. You know, at the very least, Sanchez needs to pick up a couple kills, man, because I don't want to see a 0 game. That would make me very sad. But I believe in Sanchez to get it. Their team fighting is pretty okay, so hopefully we could get to that phase where we just Nayram, run it down mid together.
Right, and we also have not reached the 10 death power spike for Yasuo just yet. We still have 6 more deaths for him to go. So maybe there's something, and also there is a TP by JV. Actually gonna be going for Jome. He does not have flash, he cannot get out. This is probably the kill that you want to see. And it's
There we
actually
go.
gonna go
Right,
to
it went on the
CS.
support. No.
There it is. Wait, there's a top. There's a
Wait,
kill?
top lane?
maybe? No? Oh, it's not
He was
enough.
looking, but he didn't get it. Unlucky. Here comes Zinjao from the river, though. Mark is in a lot of danger.
Mark is actually.
He's just gonna go for the aggressive play. Hextech
Yeah, he does-
ultimatum into the hook shot. Just get soloed.
He just noticed that he could not get out, and I was just like, you know what? I guess, yeah, the only correct play for
Yeah,
that
that was the
point
correct
when you
play.
did. Yeah, when he committed, like that was the only play that he could have done. Try to go for the kill off the soft cookie.
It also deprived Zinjao of the assist, so you know that wasn't the
That's
worst. 'Cause, yeah, he stopped Zinjao from getting any stronger
Right.
and was able to pick that up.
Right. This is it's definitely looking like a very rough matchup for the side of Simon Sanchez. Also, let's see, in the bot lane, maybe something might happen. I see Dabs right there. There's a black shield. Oh, and
Okay.
Cross popping up. There's the curtain call. Actually going for the curtain call right there. But Jome is gonna be ulting in to protect Morgana from getting executed by the curtain call. Dude, that can technically be a kill right now.
That's
If
definitely
Ocean
good.
Can
If
gets
Ocean
caught
Can-
out, wait, no, wait, auto? It does not stop you from autoing, my dude. Auto.
I think Mavzen just right click. Okay, I think he forgot how to use his fourth shot because he's still holding it. That was just a travesty.
It is. The execute damage on the fourth shot could have been. Oh!
Oh my god, he reloaded.
Oh wait, he got
Oh,
the
he died though!
kill. Okay.
It's something.
There you go. There you go, Winions, baby.
Yeah, I guess the minions are really good at the game. They always do their job. You know, I would
Luckily.
rather have minions on my team than any other random solo queue player because they always succeed. They always do their job. Minions
There
will
you
never
go.
fail you. You love to see it, but you hate to see Jin not using his fourth shot. But you love to see the minion boys help you out.
It hurt me.
Okay, so that just happened.
Right.
The soft
Teleport
cookie
from
just just turbo one-shot the Yasuo.
There
But
you go, another one.
Yasuo is three deaths away from the 10 death power spike that we always see in games. So as soon as he hits that 10 death, he should typically have 2 items.
Oh.
The reason why it's called the 10 death power spike is because eventually around 10 deaths, you will hit 2 full items. And at 2 full items, you can actually start carrying on Yasuo, so maybe soon.
Right.
Soft
Dam's
Cookie
getting a
taking
little bit
disrespectful
feisty
back.
over here. Wait a second. Soft Cookie actually going to be going up, and there's the last breath going to be going down, and the Ignite also as well. That's Soft Cookie's not going to be he's not going to die from that. He's going to be walking it off.
Yeah, the Soft Cookie is just allowed to do these things. You know, on the bot lane, with like Jomi took a dive there on top of Mavzen, who was alone under tower. But you know what? Almost every member on the team has a kill on the side of Sanchez, and Mark will eventually get his kill and his 10 death power spike, and then he's gonna pop off. That's my prediction.
That's a good prediction because I do want to see Mark actually perform. He hasn't even been performing like that poorly or when in terms of mechanics.
Oh my
Like
god.
I think the only thing that has just like ruined him is his greediness technically.
Skylar just one-tapped the Orianna in the lane without ulti. She's just so fed out of her mind. She has a Luden's Tempest, Spell Pen Boots, and extra Amp Tome for the road. I'm pretty sure she can one-shot anybody at this point.
Wait a second.
Ooh, she angled the ulti to the side of the wind wall. Gonna be taking down Mark. Oh my goodness, the amount of burst damage coming out from this team. FD Flakers just doesn't get... They're diving in between towers. Oh, Jomi can't grill. Picking up the Nautilus. And that's Jin going down as well. Damn.
You want to know what? The fact is, they have not given up. No. I like at the moment that I say that, they just get popped. I'm sorry, Jamie, but you know, I'm trying to give you some hope here, man. It's not helping me, man.
This one is
FD Flakers
Yeah,
just
there's
gonna
a
be
lot
asserting
of-
their dominance.
yeah, a lot of mistakes being made
Wait,
right now.
who did that go to? Oh, it
went to Jin.
It once again went to Nav Zen. Now the only thing that I'm hoping is that he can finish his fourth shot.
He was saving it for season 12.
Dude, we didn't even start season 11 yet.
Oh my god, dude, the black shields from Ocean Can, it's just... Oh yeah, JV's just tilt flashing towards him. He's like, screw it, I'm gonna get a kill. I don't care.
Right.
I respect it, I respect it.
Well, it looks like Mark right now, one death away from the 10 death power spike, but he only has Noon Quiver and also a longsword, so it might not be 10, it might be 15 for this one. So
Yeah, it's definitely taking a bit of time for him to ramp up here. Strikebreaker is online for Jax, so that's good news. We see the Leandri's on Orianna. Eclipse is online for Jin,
right.
which is fine,
And we-
you know.
And then we do see, I know that there's another thing that you can build off of Bammy Cinder when it comes to a mythic for the support items. But I'm
They're
probably gonna guess.
either going Sunfire, Frostfire, or Turbo Chemtech.
Right? And CS actually probably having that little bit of a spidey sense to know that there's something wrong there. Dab's actually also getting caught out right there. And he is just gonna get bap. Boom.
Skylar's just doing an obscene amount of damage at this point. She was just... she's been able to just unleash it. Oh, and there's an immediate tower dive from Soft Cookie. No hesitation at all. Ocean Can also in the back line. They're going to be taking out Mavzen.
Mark, you're all alone, buddy. Getting down right there.
There it is.
Not
though.
gonna be helping.
There it
Apparently
is.
they
The
shadow
10 death power
nerf.
spike, baby.
They
He's about to
apparently
go
they shadow
online.
nerfed the 10-0. They nerfed the 10 death power spike and probably made it 15, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's preseason. We had to probably adjust that one. a little bit.
Great. And this is probably gonna be it. 34-6 from the side of the FD Flakers because they didn't want to mess around. Oh, but the shockwave actually going off, and wait, Ocean can get
Okay,
it
able
going
to
down,
pick up another kill.
right?
There's
there
the
you
last
go.
breath combo.
Labs in, but
Okay.
walking a little bit up, a little bit too deep. There's another kill, and it's gonna be going to. It still didn't go to you. Oh my god, it didn't go to Mark, man. Dang it.
Yeah, I was really hoping he'd pick one up before the end of this game, but unfortunately, they got coin flipped.
Correct. That I was hoping to see a little bit more. I mean, they actually did perform, right? They did their best. So we'd like to say GG's to Simon Sanchez. And like we said, they are still learning the game, and they were put up against FD Flakers, who is definitely no new they are no beginner to this game. They have been playing this game. They also come off very strong. So, you know, actually shout outs to Simon Sanchez for doing their best, because I could see
Yeah.
that they had the potential.
Yeah, they did not give up until Nexus, and that's always something we love to see here on Lottie Esports. Yeah, a little bit of DM in the chat by Mark there towards the end. I don't know about that one. Might have to give him a little warning, flag him on a warning there for the colorful language. But aside from that, you know, good showing. Fought to the Nexus.
Yep.
Hopefully, next game will be equally as entertaining, and hopefully a better matchup.
Yeah, as we get right into it, it's going to be OHS versus MHS Leonatics. Both of these teams doing pretty well on the Scholastic side of the teams. Remember, there are 7 teams, and next week is the final week of regular season play. The top 4 teams from each division, from the Scholastic side and from the recreational side, will go on to a top 8 playoff on the weekend of December 19th, and those games are 2 out of 3. So it's a lot of League of Legends to be played. And let me invite you guys to the lobby as we wait for that to begin.
No worries. And you know what? That's the one thing that's going to be quite interesting to also to see. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the playoffs is going to look like, because we're going to see teams that have not interacted before, because we have the recreational side and also the educational side. So seeing actually how the FD Flakers will perform against our recreational teams is going to be a sight to see. Like I think that they also have that you know, the capability of really stepping up and showing the recreational side, you know, that they have the skill to compete here too.
Yeah,
So,
I think
really.
at least there are 3 or 4 teams that can compete with, you know, some of the better teams on the recreational side for sure. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how the playoff situation lays out, and we'll know very shortly. In terms of the recreational teams, though, you can see there are 6 teams currently in the league. Collab Koala is the only undefeated team in the league at all, at 4-0, with McNeese for Life suffering 1 loss to them, followed by FF at 15, which, you know, they used to be called Blackfire in the summer season. They have some of the same members, and, you know, Alan can coach them for a bit, and, you know, they certainly have improved, and, you know what I mean, like, you know, practice, you know, there's only one way to fine-tune your craft, and they have certainly showed that they belong here. So definitely some teams to look out for.
Yeah, I'd also like to just give a quick shout out to Maddie Phantom in the Twitch chat, who subscribed at tier 1 to Lottie Esports. Thanks for that one, Matt.
Yeah, hey, thanks, Matt, for that. You know, right now there are no benefits to subscribing to Lottie Esports, right? But we will be adding a bunch of content up here. You will not only get emotes, but we are gonna have exclusive guide content for different games, and that'll be coming out in January. So we'll have like guides on how to play certain champs for League of Legends, Dota, Valorant, as well as Super Smash Brothers and Tekken. So we have a bunch of content exclusive for subscribers planned to be released in January 2021. So keep an eye out for that.
There actually is benefit to subscribing to Lottie Esports, and that's the benefit that we give you our love and admiration for supporting us here at Lottie Esports.
There's that too.
That's a benefit, you know. I'm gonna just say it. It sounds pretty good.
And we also
Our
really recognize you in the
appreciation.
chat. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be
Appreciation.
we are definitely looking forward to that. We also will thank you for your future support when that does actually happen. But stay tuned. You do not have to sub right away. Uh, Maybe when you start to see the content pumping out, maybe that might be the time for you to start signing up and subscribing. Okay, so as we are getting settled at this time, we do have once again OHS versus Leonatics. Um, I believe, I'm not sure if it was last week when I believe we saw also OHS last week because I know I remember commenting, or maybe we were talking about Shioko and how we have not seen him, and he was I believe subbed out. That I could be just getting my games mixed up right now.
No, we've seen OHS and we saw Leonatics recently in the UOG cast. That's why we're like,
Right.
we've seen these teams before. Just play recently. It's because we had a Scholastic game last week
There we go.
with Leonatics.
Just a shout out, guys.
Right.
The UOG Triton Esports channel usually do the 11 o'clock game, or I'm sorry, the noon game. But today that game will be 2 p.m. and it'll be UOG versus Tejan High, and I think that'll be the first time we get to see Tejan High play. But also keep in mind that UOG streams games versus all the other teams, both recreational and scholastic, throughout the week, right? Alan, what are the streaming days? Do you know?
They have showcases on, was it Thursday, Art? Yeah,
Yes,
Thursdays.
Yeah, so Thursday. So definitely a lot of content if you like local or regional Marianas competition. Definitely check out both of our channels. We should be starting this games pretty soon. Let us know in the chat who do you think is going to win. Are we going to get OHS or MHS? Both of these teams pretty good. Someone put the poll up. Where's my boy? Hi, I'm Josh. Where's he at? Need the poll.
Yeah, where's Josh?
Let me see. I got it.
Someone is just using the restroom, so we're gonna have to wait for that open player to hurry up and get that done. As we take one more look at the educational scholastic side of the teams right now, UOG and MHS Leonatics at the top of the pack, followed by FD Flakers and OHS. So yeah, this is a pretty important game for OHS. A loss will put them in contention to be eliminated and not make the playoffs. So they do kind of need that win today, as a lot of the playoffs implications are hinging upon this game. So we're gonna begin right now.
Alright, so now we're going to be going into draft. The poll is now up, so be sure to vote for what team you believe will come out on top with OHS versus Leonatics. Leonatics has had a pretty decent performance in terms of the league itself. So OHS may have to also be careful, right? Because they can be overtaken by Leonatics. They are definitely a strong team to not really be taken light of.
The weak fear the
Yeah, Leonatics
shadows.
always came out here to play. They've always played a pretty solid game as well. I think they put up a good fight against what was that? I think it was FD, right? They're the ones that beat FD after FD beat UOG. So
Yeah, they stopped
they're
FD.
in the scholastic running. Yeah, they're in the scholastic side. They're one of the stronger teams.
Yeah, definitely. They're second place right now. They're actually tied for first. Really, they're just one game behind UOG. So,
Oh wow!
I smell fear.
Dang.
it's an interesting three-way kind of thing going on the scholastic side, right? We got UOG, FD, and MHS all sharing losses to each other, which that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is gonna be. So I'm kind of like looking at this right now. I'm gonna be looking at the bans at this time. We have Shyvana, Kane, and also Malphite on the side of OHS for those bans for banning out Leonatics. I'm not quite familiar. I don't remember if I've seen Leonatics go for Kane specifically maybe they have been playing it. However, Shyvana, I know there was one Shyvana game in the league, but it was a few weeks back. I don't remember who played it. And on the side of Leonatics banning out the Shen, the Ezreal, and the Kale, some champions that I believe that we have seen on the side of OHS. Maybe not so much as Kale. Maybe they're just banning Kale because Kale is broken right now or very
I
strong
agree.
right
I
now.
agree. I was right about to say, kill, stupid champion, not fun to play against the top. Please ban every time. Don't want to see it. If you play in the tournament, small PP. No one likes Kale. 60% win rate, top having a 2 OP. I hate Kale. I've been playing top lately, and every time someone picks Kale, I just get tilted on the inside. It kills me on the inside that people play range top laners. If you play range top, your genes are weak, and your children will not survive the winter. I'm telling you right now, like, I hate Kale so much. It's probably a solo
Yeah.
queue ban. I
Yeah, it
agree. I agree
probably
with
is.
the ban though.
That's true. That's true. Oh man. I mean, at least it's interesting because I know they did ban out two top laners on the side of Leonatics. They did ban out the Shen. They also banned out the Kale. Now looking at the draft, we have Leona in the bot lane for support. Twisted Fate also picked right now for Leonatics. We have Galio and we also have Vayne, the tank shredder. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see. I mean, we do have the Twisted Fate with his Destiny to kind of counteract against Vayne if she ever does go into her ultimate to tumble. So hoping to see a lot more ganks when it comes to Twisted Fate. I don't quite remember who is in the mid lane right now. Is it Kaiser? Kaiser Will, who's a mid laner? Am I wrong?
I think Jumps Right In was the
mid laner?
I think he was the
Jungle.
jungler.
I think he was the jungler.
Yeah, he's a jungler. Jumps right in is the
Okay.
jungler. So I remember he jumped right in, then jumped right out. That was like.
Yeah. I do.
I
remember
only
that.
remember jumps right in because he had the best name on the team, you know. So
That's
there's
true.
that.
Unless he
Uh,
was mid and he just flashed in and then did something out. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
but-
want to say he's the jungler. Well, we'll figure it out as soon as the game
We're
starts.
gonna find
but-
out soon, yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. Interesting ban. We do see the Rek'Sai ban. I've heard of Rek'Sai coming back, and I know there have been some spicy builds on like
Not
stuff
a
like Pro
problem.
Guides, and they mentioned that, but I really don't remember whether or not whether or not how strong Rek'Sai technically is currently in this patch.
Rek'Sai with Prowler's Claw is not actually too bad, but with the tanks kind of taking over in the jungle, and if you're not playing a tank, you're playing Kha'Zix. I
True.
think she is not the greatest champion, but she has a lot of potential in the jungle.
Mm.
She's really good for like early game pressure stuff. So I don't think she's a bad pick by any means, but definitely not something you want to be picking into like Maokai or Leona. I feel like it might have been a wasted ban in that sense.
Mm.
And
Oh.
they're playing like a protect ADC comp.
Yeah, the one thing that's very interesting right now is we have the tree buddies. Actually, I take it back. Never mind. They don't want the tree buddies. They want just a Mumu, who is technically still quite strong. This patch.
Wait, he was open.
It really didn't matter with the nerfs that he received this patch. I think we're still in 10.24, right? So
I can't believe Mumu
Wow.
made it all the way through. That's
I know.
Last phase of bans, well.
Exactly. It wasn't banned immediately, and then neither team had the presence of mind to just pick him. But yeah, it's just thick boys and protect the ADC. Both teams are just thick boys and
Both
protect
teams.
the ADC.
They're definitely Vayne is going to have a lot of protection. You have the Galio ultimate to save you. You have Scion to bring the train pain and just knock everybody up. You have Volibear to just be your meat shield, and you also have Janna to shield and disengage. This is gonna be really tough on the side of Leonidas, and wow, they're actually.
Is it gonna be Samira? You're gonna pick Samira?
Samira
No,
into
no, no,
free
no, no,
tank.
not
Who
Sliver, dude.
is
Not
the mid
Sliver,
on
dude.
the blue side?
Zaya? Oh my god, you need to go hyper carry, bro. Wait,
Interesting.
wait,
Very interesting
wait.
to see.
What-
You should have picked a hyper carry. Why did you pick Zaya? It's so
Uh,
safe. But anyway, yeah, on the side of shoot, what was this team called? What's the left?
MHS?
Yeah, blue team. Yeah, yeah.
OHS.
OHS.
It's OHS on with Juju, Termulo, and then
Yeah,
on the side,
so-
on the right side, we have Leonatics. There we go.
Yeah, OHS has the protect the vein comp with Janna and three really thick boys. You know, you're gonna be protecting her throughout the fight. But on the side of the other team,
MHS.
I'm sorry, I have a lot of brain
Leonatics,
fog. right now.
Leonatics.
Yeah, Leonatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a big CC comp, but they picked Zaya, which is a little bit safer in terms of getting locked down because she does have her ultimate. But man, I feel like it's such a wasted opportunity to see two hyper carries just fight it out. I wanted to see two hyper carries fight. I didn't want to watch Zaya with a protective ultimate. I want to see damage, dude. What the heck? Who's the better ADC? Oh, that would have been a good. Like when he hovered Twitch, I was like, "Pog, we're gonna get two hyper carries killing each other." But he switched to Zaya,
know.
which I guess makes sense. Man, even Kai'Sa would have been good here to shred the tanks.
This is
It's
gonna be a
on-hit
good game.
Kai'Sa.
Both these teams, like they scrim a lot. They play a lot. You know, they have good team coordination. The synergies there. They're like, you know, they're like thinking at that next level of how the game is gonna turn out and you know how to really build around the comps. Like I think in the first game, you know, we saw on the side of Sanchez, you know, maybe that type of synergy wasn't really there, like the bigger macro element of the game. But I think both these teams are pretty strong. Show a lot of promise.
Yeah, they're both solid teams. And I'm looking forward to a good game, but Tremolo Vayne, baby. You know, you love to see it, the Vayne spotting. We've heard it all before. You're either really good at Vayne or turbo inting on Vayne, so I'm excited to see what happens here. Because you gotta be
Exactly.
confident to pick that champion.
As we take a look at
Yeah.
last week's plays of the week, and just a reminder, guys, make sure you clip highlights from today's games, but make sure you post them in the Discord. There's a stream highlights channel in the Discord. Make sure you post your highlights there. Every week, we will be giving away Monster Energy, courtesy of our sponsors, Monster Energy, Guam Windward Memorial, Coffee Slut, Heavy Hitters, and of course, Goodwood Workshop. As you see, Collab Koalas, who went ham last week versus McDee's for Life, and are the only remaining undefeated team in the league right now. So
Only remaining undefeated team in the league. You know, you love to see it. Godkins, 1v9 carry, and then Godkins and friends. You know, the rest of them are definitely there on the team, but I'm just kidding.
And they're
Or,
definitely
you know,
friends,
remember-
right?
on hit Katarina last week. Aurora went pretty ham.
Yeah,
last
on
week
hit
too, so-
Katarina. Yeah. I questioned the pick, and my boy Aurora, a close personal friend of mine, he was like, "You questioned the Katarina pick?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was really bad in that comp. It just happened to work out for you." But he was putting it in my face that it was a good selection there. I still disagree, and it worked out for him. But you know, we have our differences of opinion. But he pulled it off. He's just mechanically better player. Yeah, everyone on the collab koalas they're pretty good players. So
Yeah, they got good
And
positive mental attitude as well, and you know, they
yeah,
really conduct themselves well. So shout out to the Collab Koalas. I really like that team. It remind me of like
Yeah,
the
I'm
Thunder
glad-
Chicken team, which you know I always really liked. But you know what happened to Thunder Chicken, man? We don't ever talk about Thunder Chicken anymore. Speaking of that, guys, I would like to remind you that voting is open for the 2020 Laddie Esports Gamer Awards. So you can find the form on our Discord. Make sure you fill out. We got over 100 votes so far. Like 100
100
people
votes?
voted. I freaked out. In the
100
first day, there were over 70 votes. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, there are, like, the way it's tracking right now, there are going to be some surprise picks. So if you think you definitely should, you know, or a particular person should definitely win a particular category, make sure you go and vote for them, and you tell your friends to vote for them, because it's going to be the only way. 100 plus votes so far.
yeah. I just posted it in the Twitch chat. If you guys want to go vote for the Laddie Esports Gamer Awards, they are still open. and you could go vote for your favorite player. I voted for my boy Aurora in like most of the categories because I saw him like 16 times. I just kept
I
clicking on
know.
him.
I was like,
Oh, I know Aurora. Oh, I know Aurora. Oh,
but,
I know
you know,
Aurora. I
what,
just
I
kept
don't know if you
clicking.
guys know, but Aurora, he played in a Smash tournament and he beat one of like Guam's top players in Smash. So
Exactly.
you know that.
Guy's
You know, he's a
multi-talented.
multifaceted player, deserves some of that exposure that he's gotten. As we get into the game right now, let me set some stuff up here, guys. In a minute.
No worries. So as I was looking, the one thing that caught me a little bit off guard was seeing Twisted Fate with the
Ignite.
Dark Harvest.
Ignite and Dark Harvest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both these things are alarming and strange, but maybe they'll be able to use it properly. Like maybe there's like some kind of cheese that he could pull off with the TF Ignite Dark Harvest. I don't know.
Yeah.
The one-shot TF build, maybe Night Harvester TF? Teleport
Oh?
to bot lane and one-shot the ADC. Wait a minute. This guy might be a
Okay. Now
genius.
that might be actually quite spicy. However, as we are starting off right now, we do have a little bit of a it's not even a standard 5-point. Looks like we're gonna be invading on the side of OHS. Tenoso gonna be kind of like wandering in to the red side. Gonna be getting that ward off on the red buff. Leonatics right now. And you know, we actually have some good sportsmanship here. We do have like some good luck, have funs in the all chat right now popping up. So both teams technically respecting each other. They just get the only thing that OHS gets is the ward, the deep ward.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, this is a pretty scattered defense, huh? They're just kind of
Yeah,
all moving
it is.
around,
It is.
hanging out.
They probably handshook. They just said like, you know what, we're not gonna invade. We just want to see what's going on, where you at. But you know, other than that, you guys can have fun.
Oh yeah, Ken, the team names at the top.
Oh,
You have Collab Claws versus McDee's.
okay. Let me change that, guys. Sorry.
No worries, no worries.
It's just for my sake because my brain fog isn't allowing me to remember which teams are playing. So I do need to look up there all the time.
Oh, and also the one thing, I know that Conqueror Amumu is a thing, so I do like to see it in action, seeing how much more damage you technically do pull off as Conqueror Amumu, and how tanky you still can be when you are Conqueror Amumu.
Conqueror move is lit. You just never die, and you do more and more damage the longer you stay in the fight. And obviously in these fights where it's like tanks versus tanks, Amumu's gonna get a lot of value out of Conqueror.
Very true.
Yo, but let's talk about this Amumu skin, Vancouver Amumu. I never seen that. That's dope.
And that was one of the Olympic stints from back in the day, like way back in the day. As you can tell, the visual update was not kind to him on that skin, and it still looks a little wonky. If you look at
Still looks like season 3.
it looks like they went to MS Paint and then like colored his body parts instead of actually giving him a skin. But you know, I think it's that novelty value of an old skin, and like it's called a legacy skin. You can't buy that one anymore. You have to unlock it during Christmas, I believe, or around that time.
I mean, you can still get it in the Hextech crafting thing, right? Pretty much.
True. Yeah, legacy skins are unlockable too. Except crafter. That's correct.
All right, so looking right now, I mean, we have Tenoso who did almost a full clear. He did ignore his Krugs, just pathing up top right away. And we do have jumps right in, kind of just waiting around, wanting to see whether or not the crab is up. And it is. This might be a really bad place for him to be, though. He
Oh,
does
meanwhile,
get
in the bot
ward off.
lane,
Oh,
got a bit of a tussle down there going on.
right. And You Disgrace Me actually going to be covering for jumps right in. But it looks like Tenoso going to be getting that crab instead. Shioko. Wait, Shioko? Wait, Shioko's mid?
Yes, Shioko is mid.
Oh, that's a change.
Yeah, they lane swapped, huh?
They lane. Yeah, they lane swap.
Shioko is top laner. Juju
Yeah.
is mid lane. And then
Yeah.
Tenoso is always jungle. I just noticed Tenoso is playing volleyball jungle too.
Yeah.
I don't know about
And
that
all-
one. That's a that's an XCOM move right there from UOG.
So also we have the meat tanks fighting each other out. Just for green, getting Juju down really low. There's the flash. There's both flashes
Oh.
from both top laners, and Juju thought that he was tanky enough, but dude, you're fighting against a tree. You may have the axe, but is it strong enough to cut it down?
Hell no, dude. Maokai too strong at top lane. All he has to do is chill until you die. That's what I love about Maokai. You don't really need to gap your top laner. You just need to exist. True good.
The one thing that was insane was, you know, he might have he probably is like one of the great red oaks somewhere, and you know, you have this little guy who with his axe trying to cut it down, but it's taking him days, so it's not gonna work out for you, man.
He's just chilling. Look at this. He's full health, almost full mana. He gets to just vibe out at top. He can freeze the lane whenever he wants because he has regen on his passive. It's so funny.
I was honestly wondering
tanks at
how
top lane.
I was wondering how he was getting like so much mana off, but then I realized he does have the corrupting potion. So and I believe he does have the tonic, because I saw his mana just go from 25% to 50% really quick.
Time warp tonic. The mastery for the potions to extend the use of potions, and I think insta pop them as well.
Correct. But kind of respectable stuff right now. However, the interesting thing right now, as we can see, is Leonatics is building up a gold lead against OHS. But OHS having the prio right now, gonna be going for the dragon play. Just gonna be securing it. They don't. I believe Leonatics has no idea right now. I mean, Tenoso really looking like Exka on the side of UOG, going for dragons. So
yeah. I guess Tenoso has been watching some of the UOG scrims, and you know UOG loves their dragons, so they're gonna pick up the first dragon of the game, taking a page out of UOG's book there.
right.
Meanwhile, everyone
And
else
it's
is
even-
just kind of chilling. No kills yet, dude. It's such an opposite. It's so what do you call it? Yeah, different from the last game where it was just a bloodbath early on. This one's like everyone's trying to scale up. No one's trying to kill each other. You got two tanks slapping each other at top.
Right. The hilarious thing is that the most action we've seen is top lane. I feel. I mean, we did have a little bit of a like on what you mentioned. There was a little bit of an altercation down in the bot lane. However, that only resulted in sums, and their summoner spells are already up. Nothing has happened at this time. And we have Maverick stopping JHSW's back, but there really isn't anything. And we have so much vision in the top side river. There's nothing in the bot side river at all.
Hey, is there like a big CS difference in the top lane and the bottom lane, or is that like pretty common? Or
Well, right now, Jasper Green or JSP Green has been doing a pretty good job of keeping Sion under, just under CS. Like he's zoning him out by just being a tree. So he's doing a pretty good job. 56 to 39. I wouldn't say he's like super gapping him because he has a wave crashing on him right now, where he can pick, Juju can pick up some of the CS. But in the bot lane is where you'll see Tremolo getting kind of CS gapped by Kaiser Will and JSSW, because they have a much more aggressive early game with the Xayah Leona. Like he cannot afford to get caught, which is why you see the CS differential.
And something
there.
might actually happen over here in the bot lane. Jumps right in, actually jumping over the wall. I don't think we're gonna be seeing an engage though. You know, he didn't really have to force anything. They know that they were out. So and I do
on the top
ultimate on top. Ooh, there's the first blood.
Tenoso with the slam dunk ultimate Thunderlord volley bear, jumping right on the JSP Green, taking him out for first blood. We finally get to see some blood. Took 8 minutes, almost 9, for the first kill to come down, but what do you expect when it's all thick boys and hyper carries, right? The team fights will be nuts.
they were able to take down the tree because they had a bear. So you know when you have man plus bear, you have man bear, and it does take down trees. There you go.
Your logic
Easy
is
math.
infallible, and they don't have
Easy
to
math.
question it. Yep, true. Just makes sense. You're a teacher, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright,
Artful
but it looks like we have a
save.
Destiny coming out. They're gonna be trying to contest the Rift Herald right now. There's the Amumu ultimate going, John. You Disgrace Me, kind of like using Destiny a little bit farther out. Pretty safe, but secured the Rift Herald.
That was a blue team.
The blue team, it looks like OHS
OHS.
securing the Rift Herald. But
Good flash by
I know
Disgrace
doesn't have
Me
ult.
there.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ah. Dang.
Alright, that went south real quick for MHS there. As Juju, Tenosa, and Shoko were able to just outplay, out-tank
Yeah.
the rest of MHS. Yeah, jumps right in and you Disgracing just... Oh man, the timing wasn't there for them. The lockdown from jumps right in, just not able to get a lot of value there because the team wasn't able to get around the wall.
Yeah, the one thing though, I did see the Destiny like pop up from You Disgrace Me, but he wasn't really in range to go in. I feel like there was some sort of miscommunication there because I did see Jumps Right In activate Curse of the Sad Mummy, and that would have been the perfect time for him to just be with to TP within range, unless he was probably walking to lane. I actually was not aware of where he was at that time.
I think he was just worried about getting caught. If he jumped in there with jumps right in, Tenoso, Juju, and Shoko, all tanks at CC would just beat him down. And he's too squishy to be in the middle of three of those guys. So I think he played it safe. He used it for the vision maybe, and played outskirts.
Sure. Oh, we
And
have also some.
Maokai was low, yeah. Oh, here
Wait,
it comes.
whoa.
The pain train, baby. The pain train.
Oh, but
Coming
there's
in
a
hot.
Hermulo.
And then,
Oh,
oh no,
poor
tree!
man.
Oh no, tree!
Goodbye.
Goodbye, tree!
Oh no.
Oh no. Illegal gameplay everywhere. Yeah, that teleport was not it, Chief. So slowly, JSP Green is losing his gold lead that he built up ever so slightly in the top lane.
Right. And also,
That-
you know, it was like really different from the early game where, you know, they were just farming it up because Leonatics, they were doing so well with just farming everything up. They had like not huge, but they had a decent CS lead, which is probably the reason why they had a gold lead from the beginning, but the tables have turned on the side of OHS and they are here to play. And like I said, Tenoso really looking like Xka from the side of UOG, wanting to go for those dragon plays, being there at the right place and at the right time.
Yeah, that randomly or that come to bot and press the R key on Scion. You love to see it. The paint
do.
train is so fun to watch, I swear. I thought Kaiser Will would be able to outplay that with his what's it called? The feather Featherstorm from Xayah, where he renders himself untargetable, but I don't think he even had time to press it because Janna kinda like just like in the chat, he just kind of got Janna sected where she flashed in and ultied and pushed him against the wall, so I think Kaiser
Yeah.
wasn't able to react to that.
No, and also the one thing that I noticed too, he was also condemned as well.
Top lane,
in
top
the
lane.
top?
Oh, you Disgrace Me coming in with a red card. Bandage shot's gonna be landing from a Mumu. Juju's getting knocked around. Unstoppable Onslaught's coming up soon. Oh, here comes the Galio ultimate. Two-man knockup. You Disgrace Me's actually getting so low and he's not even really taking damage from anyone. Just residual tank damage. Eventually gonna shave him down to 25% HP, but they were able to pick up both Shoko and Juju in that fight, so well played by MHS there. Leonatics trying to get the tempo back up, getting back into the game.
Kaiser Will walking up a little bit under, way too far up,
It was
getting
a
really
bait.
low,
But he
using the
baited
feather
himself.
sword. Ooh,
Wait.
but then
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
he misses the pull. Like he missed the pull of his feathers. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that
maybe.
may have been enough to kill Maverick at that time, but you know, it just
Definitely.
it did not align. It just did not align. Those feathers did not align at all.
That was so unlike because you saw what he was doing, right? He was baiting
Right.
for JSHW to hit maybe an ultimate like solar flare onto somebody, but instead he played it so like, he made it look too convincing, where they took a positive trade on him and he just kind of got basically he just got owned.
He did. And it sucked because he had to use well, at least he only used heal for it, but you know, it's still a summoner spell nonetheless.
Yeah, for free.
Right, and at this time we have JHSW actually gonna be going in on Tenoso. Tenoso gonna be using the ultimate to get out. There's a solar flare dropping down, drops right in, still does not have Curse of the Sad Melody to lock him down, but he
Ooh,
does have
that's
Bandage Toss. Ooh! And there's a disengage. Oh! Oh, they actually got it!
They both picked up Vayne. Yeah. Oh my god, jumps right in, is just jumping right in. And he jumped right out.
There you go.
He has hit every bandage though. It's kind of nuts. He hit 3.
True.
He was just Spider-Manning in there. He hit 3 bandages back to back to back during
Right.
that
Oh,
fight.
maybe there might be something here. Actually, no. Shioko knows that there's something going on. That they were starting to roam. There was also a ward in the riverside, the bot side river, and they also
And the
even
crab.
had and the crab. Right. They had crab
Yeah,
vision.
crab.
So he had to. He really did have to dip right there. And he did respect it. So.
Yeah, this game might just be like CC difference because You Disgrace Me can't miss his W stun unless he picks red card again. Jumps right in, has like an AoE stun. And then JSP Green has a AoE snare. And then we have Solar Flare from Leona and Bot off JSHW. I think this is gonna just be a CC lockdown game and Vayne won't be able to play the game. Because if they do it right, all they have to do is flash on the Vayne and she's gonna hate her life forever.
That's true. That's actually true. And the one thing that I actually want to I've actually noticed right now, you know, when it's coming to Mystics, right? It looks like we're not gonna be seeing the Night Harvester. We're not gonna be seeing some popping from You Disgrace Me. We're just gonna see Luden's Tempest, Kraken Slayer on both sides for the ADCs, and I believe the supports are still trying to finish their mythics, which is quite normal. But Turbo Chem Tank on Volibear.
That is scary.
That is. You get to see him run at you.
300 miles per hour. There's no escape. Only death.
However, this might be a fight right now. Dragon is up. It is soul point for OHS. And,
Both
you
top
know,
laners have teleport available, so this is definitely going to be a team fight.
right, and TF, also You Disgrace Me, has Destiny available as well, just waiting to complete his item. He also has he also has Dark Ring for the stacks, or Dark Seal for the stacks. So it's gonna be quite an interesting buy there because, you know, he's been a part of the action, just getting the assist though. Maybe he might be able to secure some kills this time.
I'm just waiting for it to pop off. But I
know.
don't think MHS knows that there's a pink ward inside the pit though, because they're kind of like standing around waiting for the other team to start it. But OHS is aware that the dragon is being done right now because they have a pink ward in the pit. Tenoso going in, Galio with the superhero dunk. Red team able to pick up the dragon though. Kaiser will going to be getting it without the smite. JSSW in a bad position, getting caught. Jasper Green with the teleport. He's coming in. The grasping roots are coming down. Vayne's still alive. She's untouched. Juju, unstoppable force into the backline. Kaiser Will's gonna have to use his ultimate and flash there. Jasper, go back in and save your carry. Oh no, jumps right in. He goes down too. You Disgrace Me, surviving with a sliver of HP in the middle lane. Oh my goodness.
Try to turn around. I mean, they did get the Ocean Drake on the side of Leonautics, but at the cost of 3 members.
2 members,
and
right?
I believe, JHSW went down
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So 3 members, and also at the cost of their mid turret and possibly a Rift Herald. I mean, they have like about less than a minute, but it looks like they're just gonna be backing, so it's not gonna be going for the Rift Herald at this time. Really tough right there. I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication because I did see JHSW just trying to hold them off while everybody else was trying to just run away on the side of Leonatics. But we did see the teleport from JSP Green. He just couldn't cancel it. I know you can't cancel teleports anymore, and unfortunately, he just had to commit, and they probably got a little bit conflicted with that sort of play.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen JSP Green with a very unfortunate teleport there. Both teleports it's not paying off, which is really painful as a top laner, because you give up so much when you use your teleport. So, yeah, miscommunication for sure. It looked like they wanted to run away, and then JSP just kind of teleported into the entire team.
Right.
Unlucky.
The one thing that also I noticed is, you know, Kaiser Will, he still had Featherstorm available, but he probably didn't expect the Scion ultimate to just be that fast.
Him. Yeah.
Exactly. So he still had the ability to get out. He just had to dodge the Scion ultimate, because after that there wasn't really much that he could do. I mean, or there wasn't that much to keep him locked down because Shioko already used a taunt on JHSW in the bot side river to keep him there. So
you know what I noticed is that Leona has Source Pen boots.
heck.
Yeah,
She
what the
does.
heck is right? Yeah. So Leona's gonna be doing that extra spell damage from her Solar Flare and the Eclipse. I don't know why Leona would get. Is this some kind of secret tech I'm missing out on?
This is.
I play
this
a lot
is-
of Leona, and I'm pretty sure that ain't it, Chief.
I mean, unless we're gonna be going AP Leona in in Earth, right? I don't know if that really does exist anymore. So it's not, and also this game is not Earth. So it's gonna be interesting to see some damage, some extra damage from the Sunfire Aegis that is gonna be built on top of Leona. Maybe that's the extra damage that she needs.
Yeah, I mean it is magic damage. You're not wrong. DPS Leona. It's the Saipan Leona tech. Says Dash Chobo in the chat. This is some unleashed dark technology right now in this game. I like it.
So as we are looking right here, right now, we have OHS just kind of chilling in the bushes, you know, waiting to see what's popping off. They are eyeballing the Baron. I find that a little bit interesting because I do see that Dragon is going to be coming up in about 50 seconds, like less than 50 seconds.
I think they're just picking up some vision on it because Vayne was bot side. There's no way they take Baron without Vayne, right? Because she's like
True.
literally all of their damage. Quite
True.
literally all of their damage.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know, man. Turbo Chem Tank looking pretty scary on the side of on
Holy
Sinosa
man.
right now.
I cannot wait to see him turbo chem tank down to Zaya.
And once again, looking at this right now, they did clear a little bit of the vision, but Tenoso and Shioko gonna be checking the Dragon Pit at this time, looking around for Leonatics. Jumps right in, is trying to jump right out because he doesn't want to fight that right now. His team is not there. There's no TP from GSP Green, and they're gonna be starting a Dragon.
It looks like
Wait,
there's a pause in the game.
yeah, looks
Yeah.
like Kaiser Will is gonna be
Got some ping issues.
yeah, he has some ping issues. He's gonna be he's gonna be reconnecting. So
We can use this time for the reconnect to shout out our sponsors. Ken, take it
Yeah,
away.
definitely shout out to Guam Wind Memorial, Heavy Hitters, Monster Energy, as well as Goodwood Custom Wood Workshop, and Coffee Slut. And we can take a look at a previous replay. Yeah. I don't remember what happened here. Was this the end of something?
Oh, we
Yeah,
have a
jumps right
replay
in.
function.
Yeah, it's cool to
Ah.
see what happened in that team fight. Jumps right in was like super out of position for that entire fight. He bandaged in, then jumped right out. He jumped right in, then jumped right out. Dude, the meme is still alive. He bandaged in and then tried to flash away and died.
The one thing that was
Okay.
insane, like that you saw out of that replay, was that uh Termulo actually got the condemn off. Like I know that Termulo was going for the condemn on the closer wall that Amumu was already in, but since he flashed to that area, the condemn it just got kind of sealed his fate at that point. So
Oh, after the flash, he got stapled to
Yeah.
the wall.
Yes, he
Okay, I
did.
see.
yeah, so that was a quite interesting play to see. As we are currently waiting for Kaiser Will to come back in. On this right now, you know what are I'm really looking at the scores right now, looking at the CS, looking at the items. You know what? Kaiser Will has done so well when he's had some ping issues.
Yeah, he's look at his
200
farm.
CS. Yeah.
He's almost 10 CS per minute, man. He's doing pretty well in that regard, but yeah, he hasn't been enabled yet. His team needs to enable him to win by CCing, like just peeling back, CCing everything around him. And maybe Maokai or Mumu on top of Vayne just to keep her pressured. And that should be good enough for the team.
You know, the one thing that I'm pretty sure there is a way that Leonautics can come back, because right now they're currently at a deficit. I mean, they're down by Drake's. They're down in by at least 2k gold, right? And the one thing I feel like they just need to work on is the communication on when to engage and when to disengage, and also, you know, the positioning, because they were quite out-positioned when it came to some team fights. This is not the type of team fighting that I normally see on the side of Leonautics. I know that they can do a lot more. They have a lot more cleaner team fights in the past. So I'm just waiting to see that clean team fight pop off against OHS and see how they're able to handle it.
Yeah, maybe they're not quite warmed up yet, because yeah, like you said, they are pretty good at team fights. And damn, that's the ping issues must be really killing them over in Saipan right now. I don't know what their internet provider is, but GTA and Docomo have been having like disconnection issues lately as well, as well as our power going out. So I totally feel for the Saipan players here, because Guam is also not that great
True.
in terms of internet. So
Yeah, as far as I'm familiar, I think they have Docomo and ITNE, I think, which was
oh, they still got ITNE. Oh, I remember ITNE.
Yeah. So, still kind of waiting for ITNE to bring back some internet. Maybe they might have something stored in store for us. Who knows? But we're gonna be seeing. We're still waiting for that. You know, that internet service provider to provide us with that juicy at least 10 megabytes per second of upload.
You know what we're
And
also
more
waiting
than
for them to
whatever we
provide?
have.
We're also waiting for that internet service provider to provide us with a sponsorship for Laddie Esports League, so that we can, you know, manage the stream at a higher upload rate than 1.8, you know, up. That could help. So, if you're listening, GTA, Docomo, ITNE, throw us a bone. Help us out.
Sponsor. Please.
Exactly.
I'm tired of paying for fiber 50 and only getting 25, man. Come on. You guys are scamming
Scams.
me.
Same.
It's all a scam. GTA! Give us better internet!
Remember, later on this
man.
afternoon, you can watch, at 2 p.m., you can watch EOG take on Teedson High School. We have not seen Teedson High School Ronin play at all season. So, might be a good
Why
opportunity.
is that, by the way?
You know, they, you know, for whatever reason, they had a weird schedule with the players. Like, some of the players have, like, I guess a Saturday class or something that they got to do for college prep. So, you know, shout outs to them. You got to keep your priorities in check. But, yeah, you know, finally they'll be able to work it out today, I guess, 2 p.m. So,
THS
That's pretty
has been
exciting.
having, like, the ASVABs every Saturday. So, I think that they've been really focusing on their education. You know, as all teams should, as all educational teams should. You know, education is important, so stay in school, you get to learn some stuff, and also even in League of Legends, you learn some big words. You can also learn that in school, so you can figure out what that actually means, unless you pick up a dictionary.
Or Google
You
it.
know what a
Google.
dictionary
Yeah,
is.
in this day and age. I remember when I was a kid, my father had a dictionary in one of the drawers, and every time I asked him what a word was, he'd point at the dictionary. Now all you gotta do is kinda know how to spell it, and like type words in Google, and you're good to go. Kid
Yeah,
got
you don't
it
even know
too
how to.
easy.
You don't even have to know how to spell it. You know. Like,
Kids
wow.
got it too easy nowadays, man. I had to look things up in a dictionary and sound it out.
But shout out to all the teams who are competing, especially the educational teams who are competing in the league this season. You know, just because it's not just the 5 guys who have to come into the game every week to play. It's also the coaches and the support staff for the individual schools who, you know, do it on a purely voluntarily basis, just like our commentators, Paul and Alan here. So, you know, it's a lot of work and effort that comes in to make the show what it is. So, you know, shout outs to all of you who, you know, volunteer and support in one way or another, whether it be joining us in the stream or behind the scenes making the show work. So,
Yeah, shout out to Ken, because without Ken, we wouldn't even have Lottie Esports. Thanks, Ken.
True.
yeah, there's that.
He doesn't even play League of Legends, and he's out here hosting the League of Legends tournament for us, you know?
But you know what? Like watching the play more, I'm so enticed to wanna to re-pick it up and play more Amumu. I think Amumu's so cool, and I actually watching. You know, now that I do the camera work, I enjoy seeing a lot of the action in the other lanes. So you know, I'm like, oh man, maybe if I do pick up this game, I want to learn top lane more. You know, I think it's cool. Or maybe I just play Syndra and just press R. Right? That's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
So,
that's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
I mean, how hard could it be, right? Just go mid, don't die, press R, right? Okay. I'm
Yeah.
in.
Facts.
Exactly. I mean, you play Dota, where everything is grossly overpowered, but that's what makes it balanced. Everyone's so overpowered that everything's balanced. There's 5-second CCs on one skill. Ugh. Dota scares me, man. I watch how long people get CC'd in that game, it makes me want to die.
Yeah. Dude, man.
Imagine not being able to play the game because they pressed one button. Oh, there. The
Here we
game's
go.
starting back up. Alright.
There we
get
go.
back into
Right.
the,
Oh,
All right, we going back into the game. There's the Destiny
And Dragon gets
actually
taken.
popping up, and that's it. And
It was
there's
all
the
part of
Destiny
their
being
master
activated. But you disgrace me. So it was really quite quick to see. They were just like, okay, are they doing the dragon? We don't know. And then bam, it's over.
We had 5 minutes to plan that dragon take. They're like, alright guys, listen up. This is our position. As soon as the game unpauses, we're gonna kill this thing so fast.
We're gonna we just need to finish these like last 2 autos off per teammate, and I'm pretty sure we get this Drake.
Well, Maverick tried to tornado Janna out of taking the wards away, but... Oh man, Leona's in a bad spot right now. That's danger.
Actually, JHS
This is illegal. Wait, collapse on him. What?
No,
Yeah, JSSW doesn't care. Yo,
does not.
he's just taking wards by himself in the river.
Right, and they
That is
even
bad.
have so much vision on the side of OHS right now. Like they should be able to kind of figure out that whether or not the team, MHS is gonna be rotating to them. But I guess they're just being a little bit cautious because they don't have any wards in the enemy jungle. Besides, I guess the Tri-Bush and top lane. So that's something.
Yeah, OHS needs to consider going back, resetting for Baron setup here. Janna is heading towards bot. Go head towards you head towards Baron. Start
so
warding that
did we
out
like
again.
lane swap on the blue side? Like Chioko's up top now and Sion's the bottom, or was it always
Yeah.
like that?
No, they swapped out because the objective on bottom's gone already.
Wow.
So since Dragon's down, you don't need to be there. Like, bot lane can
Yeah.
swap. And Juju can kind of like tank everything anyway, so he doesn't really care. And he has teleport to get to Baron if anything bad happens. So they're just positioning optimally to get as much CS as they can and also be near the objective. Because bot lane doesn't have teleport, they need to play around the objective. And also I don't know why Janna's playing bot, but
Yeah.
yeah, Janna should be towards mid side with Vayne, making sure Vayne doesn't die, and then like establishing and maintaining ward control around the Baron buff, because Baron is the next big objective, and macro sense would tell you that that's where you need to be.
the one thing that I have to really just re-emphasize on the side of MHS is that their farm is so good. Like, actually, look, if you look at all of their teammates, they're nearly everybody's leading in farm with the exception of, you know, jumps right in, because I know that he's been more so trying to gank as opposed to farm himself. But dude, they've been trying their hardest to out farm, and I'm good. Oh wait, Jesper Green getting caught out right now on the top side.
Oh, there's a
Tinoso-
turbo chem tank. It was fun to watch though. You see the movement?
Did he? I don't think he even activated it. I don't think he
Did
did.
he not? I thought he did.
He didn't activate. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man,
think he
thought
just
was
has the
running
movement from the
faster.
Deadman's. He just had
Oh,
Deadman's
okay,
like
okay.
passive.
Yeah. Deadman's goes away as soon as you slap somebody though. I thought that was the movement speed. Oh, man, I guess it wasn't fast enough. I guess it wasn't fast enough to be the turbo chem. I'm just excited. I just want to see the turbo chem tank run down. You know? I just want to see someone get run down by turbo chem tank.
Fact. So looking at it right now, we are still there. They are still technically hovering the Baron on the side of OHS. Their vision, I mean, they get vision of the Baron, but then also at the same time, Leononics does have that Pixel Brush ward available for them. So they're starting to get a little bit more of vision control towards the Baron side, and they might be wanting to go for the Baron play. However, we also have a You Disgrace Me, kind of recalling at this time, maybe prepping to counteract whatever Baron play they might go for. Now, there's a lot of hesitation on both sides, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's because it's a tank battle, right? And the first person to land the CC on the carry wins. So they're just kind of feeling each other out right now. It is kind of dangerous for both. It's very volatile. As soon as one of the carries dies, though, it's gonna be whoever's carries alive is gonna carry the game. So if Tremolo is allowed to just survive, then MHS will crumble. But if MHS gets a hang of Tremolo, gets a hold of Tremolo and CCs him down, then OHS is in trouble.
Right.
It's all a matter of who gets caught. Who's the better ADC player?
All right. Oh, and here it is, guys. This is probably the fight that we may be waiting for. It is. We have 5 seconds until Drake is up. Everybody is technically around the area. Just for Green, I hope you actually remembered, you know, to kind of be safe with that teleport play right now. Whether or not they're gonna be hard committing, or they're just gonna be dipping out after Drake. And there is Tinoso engaging. Kaiser Will gonna be going in.
Oh my god.
You Disgrace Me actually gonna be going out. Tinoso actually on Kaiser Will right now. Dude, so much damage against him. But there's the Feather Storm in the wrong direction. Gonna be going down, and Amumu actually going down as well. Jesper Green gonna be hitting and condemned against the wall. And that's gonna be
A quadra kill.
a clean ace, and a quadra kill going to Termulo. God damn.
That was so unfortunate because You Disgrace Me started that fight really. He chunked Janna to like 25% HP, and then he jumped over the wall and turbo into the domain. poor, yeah, like he almost had that. Like You Disgrace Me was in such a good spot there, and I don't know what possessed him to hit the blast call. Maybe it was a misclick because he launched himself over the wall into the hands of Tremolo, and Tremolo just beat him down. So like they didn't even need to get access to the carries. The carry just kind of went to him.
That was literally just like, that was a special delivery. Maybe Christmas has just come early, and that's pretty much it. Wait, we're gonna have to see.
Okay, so we'll disconnect again.
Right,
Oh
are
my
we gonna see a
goodness.
pause?
Saipan internet too OP.
Yeah. And
Wait,
also,
they're not pausing?
They're not pausing. Wow.
Oh, you
Oh.
reconnected. Man, it must
Okay.
be really bad.
It really must be. So, this is not looking too hot on the side of Leononics. They have also lost Ocean. Well, technically OHS has achieved Ocean Soul, so they're gonna be even beefier. They're gonna constantly heal. It's gonna be really tough to fight against to kind of like do these fights, because like we said, there's beefy boys on both sides of the team, and the longer they stay in the fight, they're just gonna be, I'm pretty sure they still technically heal.
Yeah,
time.
they get regeneration. So Ocean Soul on tanks is probably the worst thing you want. Like, even Earth Soul is better than having Ocean Soul. Like, I mean, like, I would rather have a enemy team with tanks have Earth Soul than Ocean Soul, because Ocean Soul gives them insane. Look at this. Look at Balling. You Disgrace Me is like hitting every spell onto the Scion. The Scion's just healing through it. It's actually disgusting. Like Juju's just hard chilling under tower, looking at you Disgrace Me. Oh, there's like Turbo Chem Tank! Turbo Chem Tank! Yes! That's so funny. He's on all fours sprinting at you. What do? You just cry. And look at the health, it just goes all the way back up.
You really just went at him at 60 miles an hour and you could not do anything. And as we are approaching probably the climax of this match, towers are going down, mid-hip is going down. Tenoso,
yes, on Tenoso.
There's the flash on Tenoso.
Oh,
Kaiser
no.
Will not gonna be able to ultimate out. Oh, and unfortunately, I'm gonna assume that's the King doing the work. Gonna be getting CC locked down. JST Green, the only sole member left on Leonatics. And we're gonna see Maverick be pushing it off with the ultimate. Oh my god. And
that
they are
was a great
still
play by
respectful.
Shoko there. Shoko with the ultimate in, and then the 3-man taunt towards the end there.
Yeah.
That was well played. OHS just played the team comp better, so well played OHS, and better luck next time, Leonatics. Good try though.
Yeah, I mean, we did have Kaiser Will with his ping issues, and you could technically see why. Like, I've actually understood why he's just so late to reactions. It's because probably the 600 ping is too much for him, man. So you know, he was fighting 2 battles. This match against OHS and ping. So
it's nuts that his CS was so good too throughout all the ping difference. Like, can you imagine trying to CS with 600 ping and he's still like got 272? Yeah, 272 CS. So well played by him.
Yeah, he played amazing, man. Both teams played pretty well. I mean, that was pretty interesting to see that style. I think that's the first time we've had a game like that, right? Where it's like 4 protect 1, and you know, they're just playing around the objectives and the timers for the objectives. So that was pretty interesting for me, at least, to see. So, guys, the next game is at 2 p.m. It's on the UOG Triton Esports channel. It'll be UOG versus Teasen High School. It'll be the first chance to see Teasen get to play. So definitely check it out. And next week is our final week of regular season play. And then it will be the playoffs, and there will be a lot of League of Legends happening December 19th, well, throughout that weekend, so keep your schedule open. We will be doing the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals on, I believe, Saturday and Sunday. It'll be a lot of games. Definitely check it out. Any last words, guys, before we head on out?
Well, thanks to all our sponsors, as usual, and stay at home, wash your hands, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, pretty much. Enjoy lunch, and we'll catch you back on the UOG Triton Esports channel at 2 p.m. where we see THS versus UOG.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
GG's everybody.
If you guys like that Monster Energy, you can get a case of Monster Energy just by putting in your highlights from today's matches into our Discord. So definitely follow our Discord, clip some highlights from today's show, throw it in there, and also fill out the voting for Gamer Awards of the Year. That's scheduled for December 31st. Administrator put the link earlier in the chat, or you can find it on our Discord. There you go. There's a link right there. Fill it out. We have over 100 entries so far, with many more to follow, I'm sure. But yeah, we'll catch you guys.
Sorry, Ken, did you say a whole case of Monster for free?
Yeah.
If you just send clips in?
Oh,
I would go back and watch the VODs and clip stuff.
You definitely will, yeah. And then, I mean, we pick one winner every week. So this week, or this week 5's winner was Aurora. So, you know, shout outs to him because he put in a ton of highlights. So, you know what I mean? If you don't want to give Aurora free Monster every week, you should put in a highlight or two. Make sure you put in the correct channel in the Discord. And we will see you guys next week. Take it easy, guys.
Peace.
Shoots.